2.3. The distance between molecules. We had to measure the circumference of the balloon, and that was 22 centimeters. Then we had to calculate the volume of the balloon by 1/6 times pi to the power 2 times 22 to the power 3, which is about 17,515.26. Then we had to divide 17,515.26 by 2, because we put 2 milliliters into the glass. This was about 8,757.63. Then we had to see what happens when eventually everything cools down. Well, the balloon deflated and fell over. Which was molecules which are a bit of both, with the mustard sauce. We had to observe what happened when we put 3 tablespoons of oil in a bowl and added 2 tablespoons of vinegar. We saw a bubble of vinegar floating on top of the oil. They do not mix. Then we had to stir the vinegar and the oil with mustard and see what happens. The mustard combined both substances, but there were still little bubbles of vinegar and oil floating on top of the mustard. Then we had to see what was the emulsifier, and the emulsifier was the mustard. We did experiment 4.3, which was make your own water insect. We had to observe after creating our own water insect and putting it on top of the water, what happened. Well, it started floating, of course, because that was what the experiment was about. We had to see how can you demonstrate that this is the result of surface tension and not just floating. Well, if something floats, it means that the mass of the water under the object is bigger than the mass of the object on top of the water. The insect is from metal. Metal doesn't float, but the tension of the water under the metal is stronger than the metal being pulled down, so it floats. Last, we did experiment 5.3, the upper glass. This was a cup of water on top of a cup of oil, and we had to put a card in between, and we pulled it out, and it like switched, so the oil became on top of the water. And this is because oil is lighter than water. Whatever happens to the water and the oil will always float on top of the water.